PerfKitBenchmarker is an open-source benchmarking tool used to measure and compare cloud offerings. PerfKitBenchmarker is licensed under the Apache 2 license terms. PerfKitBenchmarker is a community effort involving over 500 participants including researchers, academic institutions and companies together with the originator, Google. General. PerfKitBenchmarker, PKB, is a community effort to deliver a repeatable, consistent, and open way of measuring cloud performance. It supports a growing list of cloud providers including AliCloud, Amazon Web Services, CloudStack, DigitalOcean, Google Cloud Platform, Kubernetes, Microsoft Azure, OpenStack, Rackspace, IBM Bluemix, SoftLayer. In addition to cloud providers to support container orchestration including Kubernetes 1, and Mesos 2, and local, static workstations and clusters of computers 3. The goal is to create an open-source living benchmark framework that represents how cloud developers are building applications, evaluating cloud alternatives, learning how to architect applications for each cloud, living because it will change and morph quickly as developers change. PerfKitBenchmarker measures the end-to-end time to provision resources in the cloud, in addition to reporting on the most standard metrics of peak performance, e.g., latency, throughput, time to complete, IOPS. PerfKitBenchmarker reduces the complexity in running benchmarks on supported cloud providers by unified and simple commands. It's designed to operate via vendor-provided command line tools. PerfKitBenchmarker contains a canonical set of public benchmarks. All benchmarks are running with default initial state and configuration, not tuned to in favor of any providers. This provides a way to benchmark across cloud platforms, while getting a transparent view of application throughput, latency, variance, and overhead. History. PerfKitBenchmarker, PKB, was started by Anthony F. Voelm, Alan Hamel, and Eric Hanklund at Google in 2014. Once an initial alpha was in place, Anthony F. Voelm and Ivan Santamaria Filho built a community including ARM, Broadcom, Canonical, CenturyLink, Cisco, CloudHarmony, Cloud Spectator, EcoCloud at Etful, Intel, Mellanox, Microsoft, Qualcomm Technologies, Inc., Rackspace, Red Hat, TradeWorks Inc., and the Sys Technologies LLC. This community worked together behind the scenes in a private GitHub project to create an open way to measure cloud performance. This community released the first public beta, was released on February 11, 2015 and announced in a blog post, at which point the GitHub project was open to everyone. After almost a year and with large adoption, 600 plus participants on GitHub, the v1.0.0 was released along with a detailed architectural design on December 10, 2015. Many members have made significant contributions for which the PKB community is very appreciative. In particular, Carlos Torres from Rackspace and Mateusz Blaszczykowski from Intel made such significant contributions they became the first members outside Google to have committer rights. You can find out more about the PKB community on GitHub and how to participate. Benchmarks. A list of available benchmarks from PerfKitBenchmarker. The latest set of benchmarks can be found at GitHub README file. Industry participants. Since Google open-sourced the PerfKitBenchmarker, it became a community effort from over 30 leading researchers, academic schools and industry companies. Those organizations include ARM, Broadcom, Canonical, CenturyLink, Cisco, CloudHarmony, Cloud Spectator, EcoCloud at Etful, Intel, Mellanox, Microsoft, Qualcomm Technologies, Rackspace, Red Hat, and the SIS technologies. In addition, Stanford and MIT are leading quarterly discussions on default benchmarks and settings proposed by the community. EcoCloud at EPFL is integrating Cloud Suite into PerfKitBenchmarker. Example runs. Example run on Google Cloud Platform. $PKB. PY. Cloud equals GCP. Project equals less than GCP. Project ID greater than. Benchmarks equals IPerf. Machine underscore type equals F1 micro. Example run on AWS. $PKB. PY. Cloud equals AWS. Benchmarks equals IPerf. Machine underscore type equals T1 micro. Example run on Azure. $PKB. PY. Cloud equals Azure. Machine underscore type equals extrasmal. Benchmarks equals IPerf. Example run on Rackspace. $PKB. PY. Cloud equals Rackspace. Machine underscore type equals standard 1. Benchmarks equals IPerf. Example run on a local machine. $PKB. PY. Stack underscore VM underscore file equals local underscore config. JSON. Benchmarks equals IPerf.